Hi everybody, welcome to the self-check section 6.1 video. Let's go ahead and take a look at number one. Number one states, what is the z-score of x equals 9 if it is 1.5 standard deviations to the left of the mean? So recall that z-score is how many standard deviations a value is away from the mean. So what we have here essentially, this statement that is going to be our z-score. And since we have this left, what this means is that it's going to be a negative z-score. So since we have 1.5 standard deviations to the left of the mean, all that tells us is that z is going to be negative 1.5. Okay, let's go ahead and look at number two. So suppose we have a normal distribution with a mean of 2 and a standard deviation of 3. So what value of x has a z-score of negative 0.67? So we want to find x. And up above, you could see our z-score formula. So let's go ahead and use this formula to find x. So let's go ahead and write this out. So it has a z-score of negative 0.67. So negative 0.67 equals x minus 2 over 3. Okay, so we want to get x by itself. So we want to multiply both sides by 3. What we end up with is negative 2.01 equals x minus 2. Then we're going to add 2 to both sides. Cancels out that 2. And so x is going to equal negative 0.01. And that's our x value that has a z-score of negative 0.67. Okay, let's try out another one. So question 3, suppose we have a normal distribution. Mean is 4, standard deviation is 2. What value of x is 1.5 standard deviations to the left of the mean? So what this statement means right here is z equals negative 1.5, like in that first question. So let's put all this together in our z-score formula and get our value. So here we'll have negative 1.5 equals x minus 4 over 2. So let's go ahead and solve for x. So I got to multiply 2 to both sides. The 2's will cancel out and keep moving to the right. So this would be negative 3. 2 times negative 1.5 is negative 3. We get x minus 4. I want to get x by itself still, so I'm going to add 5 to both sides. And what I end up with is x equals, excuse me, I wrote plus 5. It should be plus 4. And so x is going to be 1. All right. So that's us solving for an x value. Let's go ahead and solve for the actual z-score now. So question 4, suppose we have a normal distribution where mean is negative 1 and the standard deviation is 2. And we want to find the z-score of x equals 2. So we're going to have z equals 2 minus negative 1 all over 2. Be careful with that negative. And so this turns out to be 2 plus 1, two negatives make a positive. So 3 over 2 equals 1.5. So our z-score is 1.5. Okay, let's look at number 5 now. So in a normal distribution, x equals -2, we have a z-score of 6. And so this tells you that x equals -2 is how many distributions to the right or left of the mean. So we're talking about z equals 6. And since it's positive, it's going to be to the right. But basically what this question is asking us to do is restate what that z-score is. This would be 6 standard deviations to the right of the mean because z equals 6. All right, let's go ahead and look at number 6. So the tallest living man at the time of this writing is Sultan Kosen, who has a height of 251 centimeters. The shortest living man is Chandra Danji, who has a height of 54.6 centimeters. Let me highlight a couple of things. Heights of men have a mean of 174.12. So let me write that down. And a standard deviation of 7.10. So 7.10. Which of these two men has a height that is most extreme? So what we want to do here is calculate the z-score for both of these men. So let's try that out. So Sultan is going to be z equals 251 minus 174.12 all over 7.10. So this ends up being 76.88 over 7.10, which is 10.828. Okay, so that's Sultan's z-score. That's how many standard deviations he is away from the mean. So let's look at Chandra. His z-score is going to be 54.6 minus 174.12 all over 7.10. This ends up being 119.52 over 7.10. And so this ends up being negative 116.834. Okay, so the tallest living man has a z-score of 10.8, and the shortest living man has a z-score of negative 16.8. So who has the most extreme? Well, whoever has the most extreme is whoever is farther from the mean. And 16 is way farther from the mean than 10. Because 16 standard deviations away from the mean as opposed to 10 standard deviations. So let's go ahead and write that out. So Chandra, might need a second page, but Chandra has the height more extreme because his z-score is farther from the mean. Okay, so that's it for this self-check 6.1 part one, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.